Connie with SimplySimpleStamping.com. Thank you so much for joining me for a Now or Wow flashcard. Guys, these cards came out so beautiful. I love how the Now came out. I really do, but the Wow. Wow, right? Really fantastic cards. We even have the sentiments on the inside. So we've got everything covered. Let's get started with our Now or Wow flashcard. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the cardstock you're going to need for today's Now or Wow. And it is a flashcard, so that's kind of nice. We're going to be working with Pool Party cardstock. I have my cardstock cut 11 inches by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2, so it will fit into one of our medium-sized envelopes. My flashcard pieces today are in Flirty Flamingo and Whisper White. My Flirty Flamingo is 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. My Whisper White is 2 1/2 by 4 inches. We're going to begin with the Now card, and this one is really quick. We are going to do a little cutting to our flashcard pieces. So on my Whisper White, I cut 1/4 inch off. That's going to be scrap. We're not going to do anything with that. Then you're going to cut 1 inch. So basically what's going to be left over is a 2 3/4 inch square. And then my Flirty Flamingo was cut down to 3 inches. So this will be 2 3/4 by 3 inches, leaving me a 1 1/4 inch piece. We're going to be using 2 different stamp sets today. I'm going to use the brand new Sending Thought stamp set, and then I'm going to bring in one of my favorites, the Jar of Love. We're going to be using the flowers from that stamp set. All right, let me bring in my basic black ink pad. I'm going to stamp my sentiment. We're going to make this a get well card. I know you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. We're going to stamp that right there. And then the sentiment that's going to go inside, but I'll never be tired of being here for you. Now guys, this one, it's a tight fit on this little 1 inch piece, but you will be able to fit it just fine. And when you stamp that, go ahead and stamp that all the way over to the left-hand side. That'll give us a little room to add a couple flowers. So from the Jar of Love stamp set, I'm going to use the 2 flowers that come on the same block. So we have 2-step stamping going here. I'm going to start with Flirty Flamingo ink, and I'm just going to add 2 flowers here on the side of my sentiment. And then I'm going to add 2 of them here as well. Let's go right about there. I'm now going to clean this stamp, and now I'm going to ink it up in Peekaboo Peach, and I'm just going to add 2 more flowers right there in the Peekaboo Peach. Now for the centers, you see we have a great little stamp that goes in the center. I've got my Melon Mambo ink pad, and look at this. These just fit so nicely right inside there. Let's stamp that one. We're going to get this flower right over here as well. And then I've added some Tangerine Tango inside of that flower. All right, our stamping is done. Let's go ahead and put our card together. Wait. We're not going to put our card together yet. I'm going to add some greenery here. How about the little leaf that comes in this set? Now, when I ink this up, I'm just going to ink it up on the side. I don't want to get the stem, so I just want the leaves. I'm going to ink that. We will stamp a set of leaves right here, and let's just repeat that to all of our flowers. I added that in the pear pizzazz, and see, that really makes it look sweet. Okay, we're now going to bring in the pieces that we cut. Let's go ahead and adhere these pieces together. I'm now going to bring in my card base, and I have got some of the Celebration, this metallic ribbon. It comes in silver and gold. You get both of them. This ribbon is gorgeous. I've got 14 inches of it. Let's just tie this in a square knot here on the left-hand side. I've got Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of my focal image. Let's just adhere that to the front of our card. Our sentiment, that's going to go on the inside of our card. And now we're going to come in with some of our rhinestones. I love these little sticky back rhinestones. I like to use my paper piercer to pick those up. Let's go ahead and add rhinestones to the center of all of our flowers. I'm going to take just a few of the bigger rhinestones, and I'm just going to add those here down to just give the pool party just a little bit more of a wow. Now that we've created our Now card, let me show you how we're going to step it up and make it a wow. To create our wow, we're going to be using the exact same cardstock we did before. So we're going to go ahead and work with these 2 pieces. I'm going to be doing some framelit work. I'm going to bring in the Stitch Shapes framelits. So happy that they're back in stock. And we're going to run that. This is the largest oval in the package. And we're going to run that over our Whisper White. And then I'm going to bring in the oval layering framelits. Now we're going to take the largest scallop. We're going to run that one through, but while we're over there, let's take one that's a little bit smaller. We're going to put that right there in the center, and we're going to use that for our sentiment. So let's head on over to the Big Shot, and we'll get all this cut out. All right, so I've got everything cut. So just to save time, I went ahead and did my stamping. Guys, the stamping was exactly as I did before. I didn't do anything different there. So I wanted to give my card base some extra dimension, and I'm going to do that with the Petal Burst embossing folder. But I didn't want to emboss the whole thing. Again, I want to kind of make it a little bit more of a wow. And so I'm going to leave, oh, I don't know, I probably got about an inch, inch and a quarter sitting there. But let me show you something. It does have to fit on this plate. So you couldn't come like this. This is hanging off. So just kind of get it lined up where you know that you're going to be able to get this through your Big Shot. Line it up here at the edge. Let's run that through. I'm going to come in, instead of 14 inches of ribbon, I'm only going to need about 6 inches of that ribbon. I'm going to bring in my snail. And guys, we're just going to add some little dots, making sure I get up at the top and the bottom for sure, just to put that snail on there. And we're going to attach the ribbon. Now, I've got 6 inches of ribbon because I wanted the ability to trim it down. I didn't want to have to try to line it up perfect because I'm not always good at that. We're going to come in, we're going to trim off our excess ribbon. I'm going to put snail adhesive here all around my oval. Now remember, we have a shape cut out of this. So we want to be careful that we stay really close to the edge. I'm going to adhere that onto my cutout oval. Great. Now we can, oops, no, I'm going to add one more thing, and that is I've got one of our tea-lace doilies. I simply cut it in half. No big deal, right? Let's put a little snail down the center of our doily. I'm going to attach that right along the side of that ribbon, giving myself a little bit of space here down at the bottom. So let's add this right here. This will not show. We're going to be covering that up. I'm adding dimensionals to the back of my focal image. And do you see how I'm getting it on the Flirty Flamingo and on the Whisper White? That's going to help hold that in. So if we don't have enough adhesive on there, not to worry, those Stampin' Dimensionals are going to help us there. We've got that. Let's just add our focal image right here. On my inside sentiment, I went ahead and added some more of those leaves. I decided to do them in Flirty Flamingo. We can add that to the inside of our card. There you go. Whether you need a now or you want a wow, this card has really got you covered. And what a great way to just tell someone, I hope you're feeling better. It really is a beautiful card, and it's sure to brighten someone's day. Now, if you'd like to recreate the card, head on over to simplysimplestamping.com. Look for the January 18th, 2017 blog post. I will have pictures. I will have all the supplies. And if there's something that you don't have, I have made it so easy for you. Just click a pic. It'll take you directly to my online store, and you can order any of the supplies that you need. Now, if you love the idea of flashcards, but maybe you're not into all that cutting, how about this? Flashcards to go. This is where I will have a complete kit of all the cardstock cut and scored, your flashcard pieces, the flashcard 2.0 pieces, the envelopes, everything you need to create 40 cards come in the kit. You can find that over at simplysimplestamping.com as well. Just look up in the pink menu bar for flashcards to go. Well, everybody, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for stopping by for the Now or Wow. I hope you have a fabulous day, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.